guys, welcome back to my YouTube. So this week's video is a little bit different. I just wanted to have like a bit of like a casual kind of chit chat, like a little bit about my journey, the mistakes I've made, like things I wish I'd done differently so that you don't have to make the same mistakes, and just a bit like of honest kind of chat really. But I also need to sort through my gym work as it's becoming a little bit messy, so I thought I would do both at the same time. I'm going to sort through my gym stuff whilst having a chat with you about where I went wrong in the beginning of my fitness journey. And yeah, just have a look at all my different colour combinations, just have a bit of a sort out. I'm going to get out my like go-to gym wear, which is like the stuff that I kind of consider myself to wear a lot, because that's what I really need to sort out. So I'm going to tip it out all in the bed. It'll probably look pretty horrific. I have got way too much gym wear, but it's part of my job. Like I literally go to the gym like 5 times a week. Like it's all I wear in the daytime. Like even now I'm wearing like Mellow Soft and some Oner Active trackies. Like it is my like 95% wardrobe. So like it might look pretty excessive, but like it's all I wear. So to me it makes sense. And I can't wait for our new house to have a proper kind of like place for it to like just look really pretty and hang and just be really accessible. So yeah, I'm gonna get it out now and then I'll show you. So this is shorts. I'm going to try and like section them on the bed. So that's shorts. Probably keep them there. These are my leggings. God, it looks so bad when you tip it out. When they're all in the box, it doesn't look that much, but when you tip it out, it's pretty horrific. And then I've got, these are like what I call like my favourite sports bras, in the little boxes. And then I've got another box for sports bras as well, like a big box, but I don't really use them that much, so I'm not going to go through it because it's not messy. But yeah, this is what we're working with, so we're going to have a little sort through that and see what we can do. Looking at it through the camera, it doesn't look as bad as it does in person, but I might try and like, obviously I want to keep the leggings and the shorts separate, but I might try and like do a bit of colour coordination. I really want to like look through and kind of like make some like colour combos that I haven't made before. And I always find I come up with the best colour combos when I'm putting the washing away and I'm like, pick up 2 things that I've worn this week but not worn together, and then I go, oh my god, they look really good together. So yeah, just gonna have a look through everything really, I think. This feels really cosy. I quite like talking like this. Right, where do we start? So many mistakes. I made so many mistakes when I first started my fitness journey. One of the major ones was, this always makes me laugh because I did this for quite a long time as well. Obviously I started the gym because I wanted to get skinny. Like, hate saying that out loud. But it was true. I was young, I was naive, I was giving into like social pressures. Like I just thought if I lost weight I would be like more worthy. But yeah, definitely it wasn't the case, and definitely I'm so much happier now, which is crazy to me, because me when I first started my journey would have been like, oh my god, no way, like you're only gonna be happy if you're stick thin and like, you know, shredded all the time. But yeah, one of the things I used to do was, because I just wanted to grow my glutes but also be really skinny, was all I did was cardio and 10 sets on the abductor. Like that was it. I would literally go in the gym, sit on the abductor, do like 10 sets, and then I'd go on like the cardio machine. I used to do some ab circuits on the floor, which to be fair weren't bad, like they were okay. You can't really get an ab circuit that wrong. But yeah, that was all I used to do, and I used to do it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back to back. Like no rest days between that, training the exact same muscle group, the exact same thing, 3 days in a row. And then I used to, well, in the beginning I used to literally only go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because I didn't like the gym enough to do it on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I think I had something on Thursdays for some reason, I can't remember what, but like I didn't go to the gym. So yeah, that was what I used to do, and I saw no progress, and I used to undereat, and it was just, yeah, just didn't get us anywhere. So big regrets there. But yeah, that was one mistake I do not recommend making. And just to clarify, because for some reason, I think because the abductor, when you go on it, it looks like, obviously, like you watch your glutes moving, don't you? And you see a lot of people doing like variations online where like they're like stood up or bent over. Like I've done them all in the past as well. I think there's like a big misconception that that's like the best glute movement, but it's just not. Like that's a movement for your abductors. Like that is a muscle group. Like that is not your glutes. It's not even one of your like glute muscles. Like you've got your medius, maximus and minimus in your glutes, and that is not your abductors. So yeah, don't go and spend all your time sat on the abductor because it looks like it's working the glutes the most, because you're much better off putting your time into doing like hip thrusts, glute bridges, Romanian deadlifts, split squats, like actual movements that do target the glute muscles. So yeah, definitely don't follow in my footsteps of my first few years of my journey, because it's embarrassing. Like, I am honestly embarrassed that there's some of the stuff I did. Next up was like cutting food groups out. Oh my god, like what a absolute mistake. I have honestly never seen better progress than now, when I literally eat exactly what I want. Like, you're ingrained when you're younger to like believe like, you know, like chocolate and carbs and butter and everything like is bad for you, and it's just not. Like, everything in moderation, and like you need a balance of everything. You can't like just have protein all day. Like, you need your carbs and your fats as well. Like, you just need to balance your plate, but that doesn't mean that you can't, as well as that, have some like treats here and there, you know, like a little bit of chocolate. Like, I like to incorporate things at the same time, so like I'll put like a bit of Kinder chocolate or a bit of Biscoff on my breakfast muffins, because the breakfast muffins are obviously made to hit my macros, and like they've got like my proteins, my carbs, my fats in them. But then like I want something to satisfy my sweet tooth as well, so I will add on some Biscoff. So it's like a 2-in-1, like, because I'm still hitting my macros, but I'm also obviously enjoying what I'm eating and getting that like craving satisfied. So then I don't feel like if I see a jar of Biscoff on the side that I need to eat the whole pot. I used to do that all the time at home, like, because I was so restricted, I would like never eat anything that was like that I thought was bad for me. But then like every now and then I'd go to the cupboard and get out like a pack of Jaffa cakes and eat the whole pack just there and then, or I'd eat the whole jar of Biscoff like with a spoon, like, because I had no self-control, because I was restricting myself all the time. So then when I like saw these things and like I saw an opportunity, I would just stuff my face with it and then go back to restricting, and then it's just a never-ending cycle. So yeah, like it was just rubbish. Like, I never felt in control. I never saw any proper progress. Like, I had a really bad relationship with food. Like, I didn't ever feel like I was like had an understanding of food. And at the time I thought I was doing everything right. Like, I literally, like, I thought that was it. I was like, yeah, all these people online that look really fit and healthy, they must not eat Biscoff or Kinder, and you know, they must just have salad and stuff every day. I remember I used to ask my mum like to make me literally, like, all I wanted was minute steak. So like, you know, those like really thin steaks you get from the supermarket. All I asked for was minute steak and shredded greens. Like, you can buy like a pack, it's like shredded greens, it's like cabbage and stuff, and that's all I used to have for dinner, like, for ages. Like, that's all I used to ask for, like, literally just the meat and the greens. And bear in mind, greens are like next to no calories and literally like nothing to them, and that's all I ate for ages. And I just always felt tired. Like, I'd get home from school like in sixth form and like literally like nap all the time. Like, it was just rubbish. Like, I look back now and I'm just like, what was I doing? But like, it's not my fault, because I didn't know. Like, you don't know unless someone teaches you. How are you supposed to know what's right and wrong? So yeah, don't make any of those mistakes either. But yeah, like, my food was just, it just wasn't right at all. Like, I never had 3 meals a day. Something I used to do, which, like, oh, honestly, like, I was thinking about this earlier before, obviously, I started filming this, because I was thinking about mistakes and stuff, like, to talk about. And one thing I used to do, which is so stupid, so whenever I decided I wanted to go on, like a cut or, like, lose body fat, I would do this thing where, like, in the daytime, like, I'd always skip breakfast anyway, which was stupid of me, whereas now I literally love breakfast. I'm such a breakfast fan. Like, it's my favourite meal of the day. But when I first started, I like didn't really rate breakfast that much, and I thought skipping it obviously would get me better results and lose fat quicker, because you know, less food is like the best option, or it was in my head, and it obviously absolutely wasn't. But yeah, so I used to like go to the shop at lunchtime and I'd buy myself like a small, what I was calling a small lunch. So I'd get like a pack of fruit, so like a pack of melon, you know, like the like ready to eat packs of like melon, or what else do I get, like, you know, like just like the mixed melon medley kind of packs. I still love them now, but obviously I have them as a snack, not as a meal. I used to get like one of them, a packet of like chicken bites, and maybe like some rice cakes. And like, I used to tell myself like, oh yeah, like, this is such a good low calorie lunch, like I'm gonna see like such great progress, like I'm gonna lose fat really quickly because obviously I'm barely eating anything. But when I actually look back now, because I wasn't tracking calories back then, like that's another mistake, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I was just like kind of like guessing by the type of food, because I was like, well, it's fruit and chicken, so I was like, it can't be bad for me, surely. And then I was like, obviously eating that for like lunch and calling it like dieting or like cutting. Sorry, I'm trying to colour coordinate my shorts out, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, so then when I look back now, I add up the calories of the stuff I was having for lunch, and it was like 400 or 500 calories anyway. So I might as well have just had a lunch, like had a wrap or a sandwich or pasta. Like, I don't think I quite twigged in my brain that although these things might have looked less or looked healthy, like they're still adding up to the same calories as the lunches I eat now, but I eat proper food. So like, it's just crazy. Like, and so many people make that mistake. I know so many people who go, oh yeah, I barely eat anything, and you're like, well, what are you eating? And then when they tell you like that day of eating, although it feels like nothing because it's not satiating, you know, it's not kind of full of nutrients, but to them, because it doesn't look like a lot, it's not a lot of calories, but it is. Like, I've heard people before tell me the few things they've eaten in a day, and it's been like 3,000-4,000 calories, and they're like, no way, it must only be like less than 1,000. And it's like, no, just because something's small or doesn't look big doesn't mean it's not dense in calories. So it's about the quality of your food rather than the quantity. Like, you want to be looking for like 3 good, filling, high protein, high carb meals a day, and then obviously have your snacks and extras alongside that. And that just works so well for me. Like, I used to tell everyone I was a snacker, like I was a cereal snacker, but I'm actually not. Like, I don't really reach for snacks now anymore, like particularly. I'm very like controlled and very just, I eat my breakfast, and then when lunchtime rolls around, I'm like, oh, it's lunchtime. Eat my lunch, like that fills me up, and then sometimes I'll have a small snack or like a protein shake between then and dinner, and then I'll have like a sweet snack always after dinner, because that's what I like. I like something sweet. But I'm not like a cereal snacker, and I always thought I was, and it's just because I wasn't eating like properly. I wasn't fueling my body. So like, obviously I always felt like I could eat more and eat snacks because I wasn't full up from my meals, because I wasn't having proper meals. So yeah, it's just funny how like you learn a lot about yourself when you actually like do the process properly, and you realise there's some habits that you've maybe like for years been telling yourself, you know, that you're like this and you're that, but you're actually not. Like, you're just not fueling yourself properly. So yeah, it's interesting to think back and like kind of reflect on what I did like wrong and what obviously now I'm doing right. But it's nice though, because a lot of the things that I did wrong, I now get to show my clients how to do right. So I think that's really nice. But yeah, I'm going to show you some of my shorts now. I've actually got a couple more still there, but I haven't got any room to put them in this colour coordination. So I'll show you this, and then we'll start sorting through some leggings. Wow, looks so pretty when you look at it like that. All of these are Oner Active. So should we go through the colours? And I'm not very good with names. This is the problem. So let's start up here. That's khaki. That is evergreen. That's jade green. I know that. That is, I want to say mint. I'm pretty sure that's called mint. Ripe fig. You've got grape purple. And then we've got orchid purple, which is the unified colour. And then that there, that isn't wisteria. That is, oh my god, what was that called? Lilac? Just lilac, I think? No, lavender. Sorry, that's lavender. And then you got, that's timeless, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, vanilla timeless, sand, warm sand, cool brown. God, I'm quite good at the neutrals. That's the new true blue, which is actually like a navy blue. But it looks more navy and like when you're like in sunlight. That is the new ash grey. And then that is the timeless light grey that's just come out. That is, I'm pretty sure that's the 12 Days Against Icy Grey, that one. And then that is, oh, electric blue, is it? I think that's called electric blue. That came out with grape purple, something like that. That's your old like classic denim in Effortless. That is the 12 Days Against Steel Blue. It looks quite faded in person actually, because I've probably washed it quite a few times. And then you got marine teal, and then tangerine orange, I want to say that was. Something like that. Oh, these are where I get confused. So sweet red, spicy red, and then I can't remember what this is called, but I've only just got this. So yeah, anyway. And then I've got a couple more over here that are chilling, which is vintage purple, which is actually what I'm wearing now in my tracksuit. And then I keep these forever because I don't know, I just, classic shorts in icy grey, just always love them. They're my navigation shorts, and so are they. They are the new, oh, what are these? Moonstone blue. How can I forget that? Such one of my favourite colours. That needs to go there somewhere. And then they are a pair of Able shorts. So, yeah. Doing pretty well on the shorts, to be honest. I love my shorts, especially my effortless shorts. I will wear them till the bitter end. They are my favourite. But yeah, this is looking super pretty. So I'm going to colour coordinate them probably back in the box. It'll probably last about 2 minutes. And then I will start on the leggings and then probably go through the sports bras. But yeah, actually no, I'm going to have a look at the sports bras now and pick some out and pick some cute colours because I said I was going to do that. Right, so these are my bandos. There's actually quite a few missing because they're in the wash. Fun fact, our washing machine blew up the other day. So now I have to take all my washing to my mum's house for the minute because we are going to get a new washing machine, but because we're going to be moving, we don't want to get a new washing machine fitted here because then we'll just have to get it moved to the new house anyway. So yeah, we're just holding fire on that. But here is the sweet red bandos. Obviously that would normally go with her. Oh, what colour would go with this I haven't used before? I'm trying to think. I really like putting this red with like sand, like a neutral colour. See, like that looks really cute. Yeah, see, I think that is a really nice combination. So that is something that I'm probably going to write down to wear soon because I like to kind of plan my outfits like a week in advance. I get really excited as well, like this Friday for leg day. I know exactly what I'm wearing. They're actually the olive oil shorts, which aren't in here because I've already got them laid out separately for Friday, which is really sad because it's Wednesday morning. But yeah, I just love planning ahead. It just makes me feel really prepared. Right, this, I can't remember what this is called. I want to call it like sunset or something like that. I want to call it sunset. Is it sunset? No, apricot. That's apricot orange. God, I'm so bad with names. But yeah, I think she would look really nice with great purple. Oh yeah, definitely. That's like a summer combo. And I love wearing it with right fig anyway. I've worn that loads of times. Right fig leggings and that bandeau. That's definitely been worn before. But yeah, like just, I love a vibrant sports bra and then like a darker or a more neutral bottom sometimes. But yeah, just, I'm loving colour combos at the moment. And then I've got here a lavender bandeau. Let's try and find something a bit different to put that with. I reckon that would look really nice with ash grey actually. Yeah, that's a nice combination, isn't it? Ash grey and lavender. I like that a lot. Oh god, that's what I love about Oner Active. There's just so many combinations. Like you could just sit here all day, kind of like playing with your stuff. It's like playing with like Barbies again, and like playing dress up. But yeah, I'm gonna pop these in the box and then we can move on to leggings because I thought I had more shorts than, I keep wobbling the camera, sorry. I thought I had more shorts than leggings, but I actually think I might have more leggings than shorts. Right, moving on to leggings now, and other mistakes that I made in my fitness journey. Number one in this chapter, there's lots of chapters, would just be like not following a training plan for ages, like just doing whatever I fancied each session. Like obviously for enjoyment purposes, that was great, like, you know, because I did enjoy my sessions, but when it became like apparent that I had performance and like physique goals, like I wanted to look and feel a certain way and like hit a certain strength and, you know, just get kind of stronger and more confident, like that wasn't going to cut it. Like if I wanted to see proper muscle growth, then I needed to be following a plan and progressively overloading, and I just wasn't. And that is honestly one of my biggest regrets to this day, because I could have so much more progress right now than I actually do, but I just spent too long just winging it, and winging it just, it's not good enough. Like, it just, well, it depends what your goal is. If your goal is just to exercise, feel happy, healthy, you know, then don't worry about a training plan if you're not that bothered. But if you actually want to see progress and want to see a difference, then like you need a training plan. And I know so many people will tell you it, but it's true, and that's one of my biggest regrets. I wish when I first joined the gym I'd just got like a coach, but when I joined the gym that wasn't really a thing, like coaches as such. Like, there was PTs, but like at the gym that I went to at first, like the PTs, like there wasn't many PTs, or they just, I don't know, I wouldn't have felt comfortable getting PT'd by them. Like, I just, you just think, no, that's probably not for me. That's how I felt about like kind of the PT situation at the gym that I first ever went to. And coaching wasn't really a thing, so it wasn't like the same as it is now, whereas like coaching is obviously massive now, like worldwide as well, not just like in the UK or not just in the US. And like if I could go back, like I would have 100% got a coach, even for like 6 months. It could have totally changed my life, like totally changed my life. So yeah, I just massively regret that, but also like I don't feel like I had the same opportunity that like we have now to get a coach, because it wasn't, as I said, like it wasn't like a massive thing. It's not like, it wasn't a massive thing either in the way that it is now. Like, it's so much more like in depth now, whereas like when it first started, obviously it was just PTs basically giving people like an Excel sheet with like the exercise you're doing and then some numbers on it. Like, it wasn't interactive, it wasn't interesting or exciting, whereas now I feel like coaching is so much more interactive, so much more like exciting looking, like the way you get apps and like you can, track your workouts on there, and there's video demonstrations, and like you get like little things rewarding you and telling you like you've done really well. Like, it's just so different now, and I just feel like if I had that back then I would have saved myself a lot of time. But I'm grateful for the journey, because it does give me such a background to teach my clients like now, because obviously like I can be like, right, don't do this because I did that and it didn't get me anywhere. Whereas if you've got no experience of doing things wrong, then obviously like you can't really teach people from your like own wrongdoings, which I think is actually really important. So yeah, I would say I would probably have got a coach and like got a training plan and stuff earlier on, if it was like more of an available option like back then, which it wasn't, but if it was. But even like when it did become more of a thing, like I wish I'd done that, like just for experience and stuff. But we all live and we learn, and that is something that I do regret, but also know I learned a lot from. So that is just one of those things. Another thing that makes me laugh is not like being afraid to video myself. Like, for so long I was like, oh my god, no, I can't film myself, like what are people gonna think? But when I did start filming myself for the first time, I used to look back at these videos and go, oh my god, I've been doing that like that for ages, because I didn't know what it looked like. Like, if there isn't always a mirror, or like you don't want to stand in front of a mirror, then you don't know how your exercise is actually looking. And I honestly looked back at some of these videos and was like, that is mortifying that I was doing that in a public gym like for so long and not realizing how wrong I was doing it. Like, obviously like we all learn from our mistakes, and I'm glad that I did it wrong, but I just feel so embarrassed that like I actually thought I was doing it right like for a long time, and then I looked back at the videos and I was like, oh, that is definitely not how you RDL, but we live and we learn. But yeah, like honestly, like just whip your phone out, prop it up against your water bottle on the floor, and just get a little clip. Like, you can check it over. If you've got a coach, they can check it over. Like, just don't waste months and months and months of doing something potentially wrong, because then you're going to look back and think, oh my god, I've been doing that wrong, why did I do that? And then you're going to regret it like I do. So take it from me, who made the massive mistake and didn't film early on enough, that it's so worth just whipping your camera out. Just for one set, most people are not even going to notice, and if they do notice, they're not going to say anything, they're not going to think anything. Most people, if they do look, will probably think, oh, how's she doing that? I want to film myself as well. Like, I think we're all like ingrained to think that people are judging us, but they're not. Like, they don't care what you're doing. They care what they're doing, and they think you care what they're doing as well. So honestly, just do your own thing. There's way too many leggings to show them all in one like picture, like colour coordinated, so I'm going to do one colour at a time. But this is my greens, so I got hair on that one. So we got khaki, evergreen, forest green, mineral green, wow, so many greens, sage green and jade green. So yeah, that is a very pretty colour palette. I do actually really like green. It's funny because I didn't used to think I was like that into green, but looking at it now, like, it's really pretty. And I do like wearing, like, I like wearing jade green a lot. That's one of my go-tos. And in December, to be fair, I did wear forest green a lot, and I have worn khaki loads. I love khaki leggings with khaki mellow soft. So yeah, definitely a green girl, it seems. So I'm going to pop the green leggings in the box, and then we can move on to a different colour. But yeah, so that was a big error in my journey. I'm trying to think of what else I was thinking of earlier. Obviously food, training, we've kind of got, oh I've got one. This is a big one. This is a really big one actually. And I still am angry at myself to this day for slacking on this, but oh my god, steps. Do not sleep on your steps, people. Like, it makes such a difference. And you know, I only noticed this when I was like younger, and like I worked in hospitality for like 6 years, so I was like a waitress or like bar woman, you know, like just a bit of everything for 6 years in different restaurants and stuff and pubs, and like I actually really liked it, and like naturally like it just meant that I was on my feet a lot, like all the time, and like it was great, you know, like nothing, I can't complain. I earned a nice amount of money for my age, like I was looked after most of the time from most of the places I worked, and yeah, like I learned a lot as well. Like I grew up quite quickly because of it, I think, because obviously I was like almost 14 when I got my first job, so like 13 technically, and I was just like washing dishes and kind of like taking like cups and stuff off tables at a cafe. I did learn loads, and like it gave me a lot of independence, and having like money at that age, like from a job, although it wasn't loads, like it was still like so weird and like so like cool. Like I used to think I was so cool for having money, because a lot of my friends back in like at that age didn't have jobs till they were like 17, 18, so obviously they got money off like their families and parents and stuff, but having my own income, like I used to love it. Like it just gave you so much freedom. Like I could go out with my friends if I wanted to, like I could buy whatever clothes I wanted, like it just, yeah, it opened up so many doors. But obviously when I was doing all those jobs, I was always on my feet, and I didn't realise how much of a difference that made. Like I didn't have a watch or anything back then, so I didn't know how many steps a day I did, but I never really took into account the fact that that was called doing steps. Again, this is something that like people like didn't talk about that much when I used to like when I started the gym. Like no one really used to bang on about steps like they do now, but now I get why they do, and I bang on about it as well. So but yeah, so I was like on my feet all the time. And then obviously when I became a PT, I was on my feet then all day as well. Like, so obviously like back-to-back sessions, like some days I could be on my feet from literally like first thing in the morning till like 8, 9 o'clock at night when I'd finish at the gym. And like, I wouldn't really sit down unless it was to drive from one gym to the other. So I was on my feet all the time, and I didn't even realise. And like, obviously I was accumulating a lot of steps just at work, because I was lucky I didn't have a sedentary job. And then when I went full-time online, because I started online coaching at the same time as PTing, well after a while PTing, but I was doing them both alongside each other for a while whilst I was doing my law degree. And when I went full-time online, I didn't realise like how different that was going to be, because obviously I was just sat down all the time on my laptop. Like I wasn't stood up walking around anymore. Like I literally was like, well, so sedentary, like it was ridiculous. And therefore I obviously like I did gain some weight, because like I wasn't on my feet all the time anymore. Like I was just sat down, and like, you know, I wasn't moving, so it did make a very obvious difference. And so then I very quickly had to be like, oh my god, no, like I need to make an effort to get up between work and go out on my lunch like break and stuff and get some steps in, because this is not cool. Like I don't feel good in myself anymore. And then obviously when I did that, I literally, like, everything changed. I felt so good. Like I very quickly realised how enjoyable it actually is to walk, and like I like, you know, lost any weight that I'd gained from obviously that period of time quite quickly. And I really fell in love with like moving my body. So then I obviously ordered a walking pad as well. And like now I work a lot on my walking pad, which is so good, because it does just like, it just makes it so much easier. Like, why do we make things harder for ourselves? If you do work from home and you have the space to put a walking pad and you have some disposable income to buy one, then I promise you, just do it, because it is so easy. Like this morning, I went to the gym this morning. I've come home, I had a shower, I went on the walking pad for like, I don't know, like 30 minutes, like if that, like honestly it was not a lot. And then I was like pottering around, sorting things out and stuff. And I'm on 8,100 steps. Like, and I literally haven't gone outside purposefully for a walk. I haven't walked anywhere purposefully, actually. The only thing I did was like half an hour on the, what's it called? The walking pad. But apart from that, it's just been picking up steps from being up early and like walking from the car and stuff. But like, that just means like I like to hit 12k average a day. So I've only got like 3,900 left to go. I know at least half of them I'll just pick up from just walking around for the rest of the day. Like, you know, I've got to go to the supermarket and stuff later. So I know I'll pick up a good 2,000 between all my kind of like, you know, pottering around. So I could jump on the walking pad for another like 10, 15 minutes and that's my steps done. So you don't actually have to be on the walking pad all day. A lot of the time when I do check-ins, I get up really early in the morning and I start doing check-ins at like 5:30 in the morning. And by the time, well, I reckon I spend about, I don't know, like 2.5, 3 hours on the walking pad. Like, obviously I get on and off, but I reckon total it's probably about 2.5 hours, maybe 3. And by then I've done like 15k steps, like, so I don't need to walk anywhere else for the rest of the day. And it also keeps me really productive. Like, when I'm sat at my desk and just sat down working, I literally procrastinate so hard and look around all the time and like get up and go do other things. And like, when I'm on the walking pad, I just don't. Like, I'm just so like in my own little zone and I just crack on and time goes really quickly. So yeah, if you've got the money to buy a walking pad, just do it. Like, mine was £209, but you can get them way cheaper now. Like, my sister got one for Christmas. I think it was like £156. And it's a really good one as well. It's called City Sports on Amazon if you want to go get one. It's also Bluetooth and plays music out loud, which I was very jealous of because mine doesn't do that. But yeah, it's like £159 or £156, whatever. And like, I don't know about you, but I spend that on Oner Active easily. Like, I literally could spend that in a click on Oner Active, and I don't even really think that much about it because obviously it's something that I like to prioritise in my spending. Like, we all get to obviously choose what we spend our money on. And gym clothes is one of my favourite things to buy. Whereas when it comes to like a walking pad, everyone's like, oh, I don't know, that's really expensive. And it's like, is it though? Like, really? Because like you can use that for years. Like, I've had mine for 15 months now. It's like, and it's great. Like, 15 months I've had that, and it cost me £209. But if you split that across 15 months and the amount I use it every single day, it's the best £200 I've ever spent. So yeah, that is a mistake I'll never be making again, which is skipping my step. Now, there's one thing I know for certain, and it's that I am a blue girl, 100%. So here we have all Oner Active again, and that is True Blue, which is new, Oil Blue, that's unified as well, Moonstone Blue, Steel Blue, which was 12 Days of Gains, which is an effortless, Powder Blue. I love Powder Blue everything. That is just, oh, one of my favourite colours ever. Denim, Slate Blue and Cobalt Blue. So yeah, blue is my thing. I love blue so much. And yeah, it's so nice, isn't it, to like just really like a colour so much that you love every shade it comes in. Like, I really do. There's not a single one of those that I don't like wearing, and that says a lot. Right, moving on. So another massive mistake that I made, and something else that I really, really do regret, is like letting other people's opinions or like other people's kind of like wants control what I wanted to do. Like, you know, like if someone would say, oh, just skip the gym, like, and just come out for a drink with me instead, or like, you know, like, oh, like, just, like, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, come out on the weekend and I wouldn't even want to, but I'd feel like peer pressured. Like, that's not any of those people's fault. It's my fault for not standing up for what I wanted and actually just being honest with these people and just saying, like, I actually don't want to go out for a drink, or I actually want to go to the gym, so I'd rather do that, but I'll see you later type of thing. And it's not until you surround yourself with the right people that have similar interests to you and like similar kind of like goals and stuff that you realise that it's not that anyone's doing anything wrong, it's just you have different ideas of like fun or different ideas of like what you want to do with yourself, and that's fine. Like, you don't have to all have the same kind of like goals and like desires. Like, I think there's just this like huge idea, I think, that like that there's a wrong or right lifestyle, and there's not. Like, you know, some people don't want to go to the gym and some people just don't want to be into fitness and health and stuff, and that's fine. If everyone was into it, it'd be rubbish, wouldn't it? Like, you'd never be able to get a parking space at the gym, like, you'd never be able to get on a squat rack. It'd be rubbish if everyone liked the gym. But actually being able to turn around to people and saying why you like it and why you're going to prioritise it is something that I just didn't have. Like, I just used to laugh it off and just think that, oh, like, no one wants to, like, no one's interested in the fact that I want to go to the gym, like, you know, I just won't talk about it. But that's stupid. Like, I just wasn't talking to the right people, clearly. Whereas now, like, it's so nice. Like, I've got so many people in my life that understand the gym, like my partner included, like Travis. Like, that's a massive thing for me because, like, obviously because we both like it so much, we both go so much, like, neither of us feel bad for prioritising it because we both prioritise it. So, like, if I turned around to him and said, you know, like, I don't know, I can't do this with you tomorrow because I have missed a session this week, so I need to go do that instead on Saturday morning, and, like, you know, like, is that okay? Like, he would never turn around and be like, oh, just skip the gym. Like, he'd be like, no, of course, like, because he understands how important the gym is to me, because it's important to him too. So it doesn't have to be important to the person you're with, but I feel like they have to understand why it's important to you for the relationship to really work, because otherwise eventually there will come a time, I think, that, like, that misunderstanding turns into, like, them thinking that you don't care about them, or, you know, like, just a lot of my clients talk to me about it and say, like, you know, like, my boyfriend or my girlfriend just doesn't understand, like, why, like, you know, why I want to go to the gym on a weekend, or, like, why I want to get up early before work and go to the gym. And I think something I just really am very passionate about kind of reminding them is that it's not about what they want, it's about what you want. And, like, at the end of the day, going to the gym for an hour and a half on the weekend, you still have, like, 40, I don't know, I can't even work out how many hours there are on a weekend, but you still have, like, 46 hours plus of your weekend. If you include Friday night, you have even more than that. So, like, you know, it's not a massive sacrifice, and you should not feel guilty for putting aside some time to go and work on yourself at the gym, or at home, or out running, like, whatever sport you like. Obviously, I'm talking a lot about the gym, but that's because I go to the gym. I don't really do that many other sports, but everyone likes different things, so just, yeah. Don't feel bad, is what I'm trying to say, for putting first what you want to do, because I think a lot of us do that, and we forget that, like, it should be about what you want, not about what other people want, because at the end of the day, it's your life, and you should put it first, always. Like, just, you know, your kind of goals and your priorities, because, like, that's going to benefit you the most. At the end of the day, other people aren't the ones looking in the mirror for you. They're not the ones putting on the clothes for the night out and feeling rubbish, are they? So if you don't do what makes you feel good, then, like, they're not going to feel the repercussions of that. They're just going to think you're fine. But actually, like, not prioritising your health and the gym and your food might leave you feeling really rubbish in the long run, and then people might think, like, that you're absolutely fine, but actually you're going to really struggle with that. So whatever makes you feel good, just put it first. And if people don't understand, then that's their problem, it's not yours. I've got our neutrals. Now this is going to be tough to name. Give me time, because I might need a minute. So cocoa, that's easy. That is coal, not charcoal, just coal. That is ash grey unified. Warm brown, cool brown. I think they are both actually cool brown, but obviously that's unified, and that is effortless. I think they are both cool brown, but might be wrong. Now this is where it gets tricky. That is sandstone, that's sand, that's vanilla. I think that must be warm sand, which obviously isn't around anymore. But that must be warm sand, because I can't think of what other colour that would be. It looks a bit grey on there, but it's not in person. It's more like kind of beige. But yeah, there's your neutrals. I've then got like a few random things in terms of leggings. I've got black leggings, a bright pink pair of unified, and white fig. So I'm not sure I'm going to, like, pair them together. But yeah, we'll make it. See, it doesn't look so bad when it's all, like, in the boxes and organised. Like, that doesn't look crazy. It's just when you tip it out on the bed that it looks a bit crazy. But yeah, that's made me really happy, because they all look really organised. I actually found as well, metal grey was mixed up in the leggings. So that's a pair of shorts as well that goes perfectly in there. But yeah, I'm going to put them away, and then I'll have a quick look through the sports bras, and then I will probably stop chewing your ear off, because I feel like I've literally been talking for ages. But yeah. Right, so sports bras. I've literally got so many sports bras, but my unified twist bras, which one of my favourites, are in a different box, and we're not going to enter that box today because it's just too much. But These are the timeless strappy bra. These are literally I've got so many because I was obsessed with these. Like when they first came out, I literally thought this was like the best thing ever, which it still is. But like because there's other new things that have obviously come out since then. Like I don't reach for them as much as I used to. But they're still so nice. Like literally so nice. And it's just like I love having like a bra that you're just, you know, like you're comfortable reaching for. Like it's not like you don't have to think too much about it. Like I always know these will look really good under like t-shirts, timeless jackets. Like I don't think too much into them, whereas there's other bras where I'm a bit like, oh, like I don't know if that'll look good with that, whereas these, they always look good with everything. But yeah, so here got a little bunch of black, ripe fig, amplify pink, and I want to say, ooh, no, it's not copper, is it? I have to come back to you on the orange. I can't remember what that's called. And then two neutrals there. My white one must be in the wash at my mum's. But that's sage and sand. I don't know why I'm talking like you can see them because here they are. Sage and sand. And then I got my blues and my greys, which we've got coal, true blue, midnight, and cobalt. So yeah, they're literally like you can't go wrong with a timeless strappy bra. Like I don't know anyone that's ever ordered one and said to me that they didn't like it. Like it's a pretty standard bra, and obviously the strap comes undone as well, so you can make it into a halter neck, which is literally so good. So yeah, best bra for back day in my opinion. And then this is a bit of a mixed bag, this box, to be honest. Not really sure what's going on in here anymore. It used to be for these ones, which is the crossover bra, but then I started to integrate other bras into it, and now it's a bit of a mess. But we'll go through them anyway, because they, I don't know why, I went through a stage not that long ago of really liking these square neck timeless bras. And I do still really like them, but I haven't worn them in ages. I'm just looking at them now thinking I ordered loads of them and then just haven't touched them, which is really bad. But yeah, so here is the Effortless bralettes. These aren't my favourite, but I do like them. I like them a lot more now than I did when they came out, but this one for some reason hasn't got the pads in. I must have put them in something else, but that's metal grey. That's vanilla. This is probably my favourite one. I wore that in the front cover picture for the cutting diaries, and I literally love that picture. So I do have an attachment to that bra. And this is that colour that I still can't remember what it's called from the 12 Days of Gains collection. But literally love it. It's one of my favourites. And then the timeless square neck bras, which I don't know why. I suddenly ordered loads and just haven't worn them, so I should probably wear one of them this week. But that is minky, sand, and cool brown. So I've gone for all the neutrals there, which is pretty standard for me. But yeah, I definitely need to remember that I own them so that I can wear them. I think the problem was I ordered them all, and then the unified bra came out, and I've just been obsessed with that ever since. So I think I just forgot that other things exist. And then these are the crossover bras at the back, which are so nice. I literally love these. These again for upper body, really nice. And if you are like a little bit smaller on the chest like me, then these are really flattering, so highly recommend. Not sure how supportive they'd be if you were a bit bigger on the bust though, so bear that in mind. This is chestnut, I'm pretty sure this was called. This was from 12 Days of Gains as well. Pretty sure it's chestnut. And then that's steel blue, again 12 Days of Gains. Vintage purple, which is the colour I'm wearing now. And that's vanilla. I've literally got vanilla in pretty much every bra that they brought out in because I loved it. It's just such a nice colour. It was like quite a vibrant neutral, like, which is a weird thing to say, but it was. But yeah, that is a wrap. That was a lot of talking, a lot of sorting. I feel better now. Like that organisation of those shorts and leggings will last about a day. Like literally next time I go to the gym it will look a mess because I'll be rooting through to find things, but still it was a job well done, and it was nice to chat and to share a little kind of insight into things I did wrong in my fitness journey. Because I think online, obviously, we all talk about what we do right now and like how to get things right, but not that many people talk about like in depth about what went wrong in the beginning. And most of the people that get the best results and stuff now are people that did it wrong in the first place, and so they learned how to do it right. And you really do learn from your like mistakes, especially in fitness. So yeah, can't recommend enough to kind of reflect on what went wrong and kind of see where you learned from it. But if you're just starting your journey, then listen to this video and don't do the mistakes I did, because it's a waste of time. But yeah, I will see you in my next video. If you've got any suggestions, as always, then please just let me know. My Instagram is lil.ashtonfit, and so is my TikTok. And if you ever want to shop Oner Active and support me, then the link is in my bio in all my socials. And if you want to shop anything on ESN and get some money off, then my code is LIL, which is just LIL, which is the most simple code ever. So yeah, I'll see you next Sunday.